Hello, my Stampin' friends. Hope you're having a good night. It's Candace Anderson coming to you live from Hiram, Utah, in my Stampin' studio. Hopefully, yes. Okay. Sorry, it jumped up and said the mic was muted, and I forgot it's muted on one screen and not on the other. So, threw me off there for a second. How's the weather where you're at? It's spring break for my kids this week, and of course, it decided it's going to be rainy and snowy. Beautiful last week. This week decided to be a little bit different. So I have a fun project for you to share. I told you wrong last week. For some reason, when I was doing my math, I was thinking that today was April. Tomorrow is April 1st, April Fool's Day. Today is the last day of March. So next week will be our Make It With Me Monday. I've also been looking into some new streaming programs, I guess is the word. So I might be switching streaming programs to one that allows me to stream multiple at the same time. This one does, but that one is a better price. So I'm looking into it. It was also recommended by a friend as to what she uses when I was talking more, trying to learn more, as you're probably well aware, because I've been saying it over the last few months. I'm still new to this. I feel like I'm getting better, but I'm still kind of new. I have a fun project to share with you. I actually made this one, months ago. But if you remember, I was doing a birthday card swap, and I just remembered I never shared those with you. So maybe I'll hurry and do a reel and share those cards with you. And I do have a reel for my uh, card that I don't think I shared. I shared one of them, but not the other one. Um, so I will still share that with you. But I made this as one of the possible ones and didn't end up doing it, but I still think it's a really cute idea. So I decided to revamp it a little bit. I don't know if we are going to call it that, because I am using a brand new stamp set. You've seen me use it a few times already. It's when I got it on stage, and it's an online exclusive that will be available, I think, in May, if I'm thinking correctly, for you. So we're going to switch cameras and get started. Hopefully, some of you, I know a lot, aren't able to make it during the live, but hopefully you'll be able to make it on the replay. Tell me what you think. So let's get started here. So I know this is a little unusual because you're going to see kind of all the products that I'm using. Well, some of them. So the biggest thing we're using is these adhesive sheets. I don't know if you've tried these, but when you're die cutting small things, these are awesome. So what I did when I was messing around with this, I took this stamp set, which is the mini alphabet set, which, by the way, I do know it is staying. We're also getting a new big alphabet set. This comes all as one, so it's a little bit different. You can individually pick. I've cut out and put the letters over it. But for this purpose, I decided that I was just going to do a sheet of each of these different letters, and then kind of came up with. So these are the current in colors. The 2020, let's see, they'd be the 2024, 2025, I think. Remember the other ones, which are, let's see, where are they? These ones, the copper clay, moody mauve. What's the other one? Boho blue. This one I'm going to be very sad about. Wild wheat, and this one also petal path. These 5 are retiring at the end of April, I believe. So if you haven't had a chance to get them, I recommend jumping on there quick. Anything that's going to have these colors in them, whether it's designer paper, ink refills, ribbons, they will all be retiring at the end of um, April. But these ones, because our in colors go for 2 years, these ones are going to be staying. And I'll give you a sneak peek real quick. These are our new in colors. I don't have the stamp pads yet, but these are the new colors. Sorry, I'm going to grab my catalog and keep it off screen here so you can see the front of it, but you can't see what's inside. But I will look and tell you the names of these colors really quick. They have some fun names. Oh, if I can find the right page. Let's see, let's see. So you guys can see this part. That's all you get to see. If you want a catalog, though, please let me know. I would love to get one to you. Um, of course, because I'm looking for it. I can't find it. I don't know this catalog very well. I do know that they should be at the back, though. So let's see if I can remember some of these colors. I know. Oh, I think I found it. Here we go. Okay, so we have Strawberry Slush. That's this one right here. This one is kind of, I don't know if you can see it very well. It's really kind of a dark, dark blue, and it's called Secret Sea. And then we have this one. It's kind of a blue-gray color, and it is Cloud Cover. And then we have this one. This is something tiger, Timid Tiger, and Darling Duckling. So kind of some fun colors. I really love how they work together. And I forgot, did I say this one? Strawberry Slush. I think we had, I'm pretty sure from what everybody said, we've had this one before and they're bringing it back. So that's kind of fun. But those are the new ones that will be coming out in the new catalog, which should start the beginning of May. So just keep that in mind. And I just messed up my thing here, but I just wanted to show you some of the words that I came up with. Party, happy birthday. I had mom, create, summer fun, welcome, friend, hello. So I've just kind of mixed the letters around. I still have a bag full of letters of different things I can come up with. We are actually, now my first card was happy birthday, but we are going to use the smile and we're going to mix it up a little bit here. So I'm going to move things out of the way here. And I'm using, for this one, I'm using a white card base, and then I've just picked a color that I thought complemented it well to go on the background here. And we're going to cut some things here first. So this is that adhesive backer that I was talking about. And of course, I cut it and didn't leave myself. It has like parts on it where you can get, so one part is going to be sticky and the other part isn't, but it does have like cuts in it that if you cut it too much or too small, you don't always get those cuts. So I'm just going to attach it to this piece of white, and then we're going to grab our little mini embossing machine here, cut and emboss, I should say, and we're going to throw this on here. And then, so I am using, like I said, this is the new, it's the Impressions of Bloom stamp set, and I'm using the matching dies. So I'm just using a few things out of this, but I'm going to use these little teeny tiny, I just realized there's two of them, so I can do two at the same time. I'm going to use these little teeny tiny flowers here and stick them on here. And we'll run this through really quick. Figured the little one I can actually put on here so you can see what I'm doing. Usually I'm kind of off to the side. Okay, so now it's got the sticky on the back. So we're going to set those aside for a second. And then this die, stamp and die, is really cool. So you can stamp and just cut out the flower, but it also has one that does the what's the word I'm looking for? The dimension in it. And you can stamp and do the dimension, or you can just do the dimension. So for this particular one, I'm just doing the dimension where it would help if I took that out so I can go on top of it. So I'm doing them both at the same time. I'm just going to line that up in the center there, and then I'm going to run it through. So, and I'll show you on here. You have the same thing you can do with leaves, but you also can just cut the leaves out and have some dimension. I'll grab a card here really quick and show you. I've already posted this, but I'll bring it up so you can kind of see. So here, if you look really closely, I stamped it, but I also cut it out. And then you can see the different types of leaves that you've got and these little baby flowers. So this is a, what is it called? Easel card. So it opens up, lays flat, but then you can stand it up. So kind of fun way to do a card. But now we have this. We're going to move this out of the way, move this, and you can see that dimension. And I just realized that I'm going to want a center for that. So we're going to grab, sorry, the card I actually made, my original card, was not what I'm making for you right now because we're using different letters. So, all right, so we're just going to grab some of this one, and you'll notice that this has the same thing. You can cut out, we're going to do the small one. You can cut out and do this kind of embossing at the same time. So you can see, so I've got it cutting the small and embossing at the same time. I'll show you what it looks like after we get it pulled through here. Maybe we can get it to line up where I want it. All right, so now we can move this out of the way. And you can see how it has the little dots that it did in the center. Or you can stamp and cut it out, or you can do both of them. So kind of a cool, versatile stamp set. All right, so now we're going to get to this part. So for the background, I am going to grab, where it is, my Versamark, and I am using these just little, excuse me, I don't know what you call them, just little confetti type thing, and the round we go. And I'm going to use my Versamark here, and I'm going to use my white powder. And we're going to stamp this kind of in a little bit of a diagonal across the card here. Doesn't have to be, perfect or anything, but just kind of want it going across. We have a little bit of a background. And then we're going to put our embossing powder on here. Make sure we get it all nice and covered. You can see I got a little bit from the edge of the stamp there. Not a big deal. Make sure that that's covered well. And then I like to just kind of tap, make sure I get extra powder off. We do have, what is the word I'm looking for? We do have a kit that you can do to get this back in. I'll be honest, I have it. I don't usually use it. I've just found a piece of paper seems to work easier for me. I also have learned to remove that and then make sure that I do not have any extra powder on here before I start trying to emboss, because otherwise it makes a really big mess. In fact, a lot of times I will emboss somewhere other than my workspace because I have had a tendency to get it all over the place. But we are going to bring this back in here and grab our heat tool. If you haven't done heat embossing, you really need to try it. It's actually one of my very favorite things. One of the first things I learned, and I still loved it. Once it starts getting heated up, can you see how that's changing there? I just love it. It adds a lot of pizzazz. It's pretty quick and easy to do. One of the things to keep in mind, the ink, you need a wet ink like the Versamark or the white ink pad to do it. And then once you do it, the ink can dry pretty fast. So you want to try and get your powder on pretty quickly. But you can go and stamp and put powder on several and then come back and emboss them. Don't wait too long, but you want to make you don't have to go back and forth. And it takes a minute to heat up, but once you have it heated up, it goes pretty quickly. So really fast, easy kind of stamp on that. Okay, so next we're going to grab our white here and we're just going to, so remember we already have the sticky on here. I don't know if it will fit. Will it fit this way? No, I don't think so. So I'm just going to take the sticky off the back. Makes this so fast and easy. I want to move this up just a little bit. I'm going to put it on here. The other nice thing that I have found with this sticky is you have a little bit of leeway to move it, adjust it just a little bit. Unlike sometimes when you put glue on, it's not as always as easy to move the thing. One of the other things that's I've learned, I've tried it. I will be honest, I wasn't very good at it, but one of the people was showing my friend Chelsea Christensen, I believe it's on her YouTube, but she had stuck it to the what is this thing called? I can't think of what it's called. She had stuck it to the silicone mat, and then she took, I think it was the oh, I can't think of what they're called. Sorry, names. I'm losing the names. But it's the, I'll tell you what it's called. The masking paper. So she had taken a piece of masking paper and put it over it. And so she lined it all up and then took it off to put onto her paper. I prefer to still just eyeball it, I guess is the word. And we're just going to kind of stamp around or cut around this a little bit. And I do want it pretty close, but a little bit of a white edge. Now that I've cut more of it off, I'm going to cut in to it to give it a little bit more dimension. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing okay here. Just so it kind of gives it a little bit of an outline. So I got this idea from a Christmas card I had seen, but they actually had used, it was like a word that was all pre-done together. But I was like, we could do that with these. I'm not going to go all the way down, just a little bit on this one. I could do that with this die set and make it multicolor and have a little bit of fun with it. So that's what I did. Hopefully you enjoy this and it will inspire you the way that card inspired me. All right, so we've just kind of cut around it, give it a little bit of different dimension on there. And I'm I'm going to grab my piece of white here and fold it in half. And like there should be a bone folder here somewhere. All right, and catch that edge. And then I'm going to add some glue to this. All right. I'm going to add it onto here. And I will show you the other card here in just a second. And then we're going to grab some dimensionals. See what I have left on here. Pull off this part, maybe. I have lots of different paper snips. These ones are for cutting things with that are sticky. I have my paper and then I have my ribbon ones. Just makes life a little easier. We're going to add this little smile here. And then you're going to pop. Oh, sorry. I'm going to pop this up with a dimensional in the middle here. And we'll add, there we go, a big dimensional on the back. We're going to add that right there. And then remember these little cute little white flowers. And remember, they've got the sticky on them already. So all we have to do is add them along here. And depending on the look that you want, we could have stamped a little bit less of the background. We could have not stamped the background at all if we wanted to. I'm going to spread these out just a little bit. Kind of catch. Let's see. Aren't those just so cute? I love these little teeny tiny flowers. The other thing I thought about doing, I've done this on a couple of other things, is using the little teeny tiny dots and just doing a few dots back behind. So let's see, where'd it go? I'm gonna add some flowers down here, and we have one more. And to finish it off, we're going to grab a few of these. So it was 24.26 in color. So we're going to do these in colored gems. And we're just going to add a few of these. Add a little bit extra color. You can tell I've used them quite a bit because I'm running out. Let's see. We need one of these down here. And maybe one. No. Need a different color up there. Want the purple, maybe? And if you wanted to, we could add some ribbon, but I'm actually not going to. But there's your cute finished card. Let me show you my other one. This was the first one that I did. I think this is Pool Party, so just another complimentary one. And I just used the little happy birthday with some balloons, and I've added a couple different things in this one. I added some stars to it. So very fun, easy layout and card that you can make. I have lots of other letters, so maybe I'll make another one and see what else I can come up with. I think it would be a really cute idea on a scrapbook page as well. I had come up with create or summer fun. Either one of those would be really fun on a scrapbook page. So let's switch this back around. Hope you enjoyed that and it gave you a little bit of inspiration on some ideas to use letters in a little bit different way. Yeah, they're just fun to play with. And definitely recommend those adhesive sheets for those letters, even if you're doing just a little bit. Doing one at a time, you can cut them and put it on it, and that adhesive sheet makes it a lot easier to attach them. But I hope you have a Stamptastic day. I will see you next week. Remember, it is the Make It With Me Monday, so I will be posting what you need in order to follow along and make a little craft with me at the same time with the supplies that you have at home. I will try really hard to get it out a little bit earlier. So if you want to place an order, do remember that things are leaving really quick. And the, what is the word I'm looking for? Um, sorry, brain is not working. The last chance list will be coming out again for more last chance items. Remember, those are on there until they're gone. There are still some fun Christmas items on there. If you're scrapbooking or want to prepare for next year, some of them are great discounts. So, grab those on there. You can check out all my videos that I made when I did the Christmas cards. And we're just barely moving into April, but in May, I will be participating in Card a Day in May, which is just like the Christmas card challenge that I did. So hopefully that will be fun, and hopefully I have enough time to participate in that and have a lot of fun projects for you. Watch for the new streaming. Hopefully next week I will have that up and running, and you'll be able to catch me on multiple places at the same time going live. So I'm excited about that. And remember, April is the beginning of our scrapbooking group, Scrapped. I will be putting out more information on that. But on Thursday, I think of this week, my friend will be posting her project. So I will be sure to share that and share the link so you can check that out. And I will be posting mine, I believe, the last Thursday of the month, but I will put the YouTube links for each of their different ones, and you can check out their projects. So we've got a couple of newbies that are new to YouTube, some that are fairly new to scrapbooking, and some that are a lot more seasoned. And so it'll be a fun mix. I think you'll enjoy it. And they're all very creative and very talented. You've seen some of their work. It was the girls that I went to on stage with and shared a roommate with, and you got to see all their cute roomy gifts that we exchanged. And you noticed we all have different styles, so I hope you'll enjoy that. Again, thanks for joining me tonight, and I will see you next week. Have a Stamptastic night. Bye-bye.